Hello everyone, it's Lottie from Enjoying the Journey, Cancer is a Lifestyle. I hope you guys had a wonderful week. Happy Sunday evening to all of you. Here we are just, getting ready for our week ahead. Sundays are always quiet times for us. Before I go any further, I want to say thank you to Edna from Granny Crafters Edna for this beautiful card that she made and sent to me. Thank you, Edna, so much. She also sent me a beautiful pattern for a sweater. And I appreciate that so much. But I actually love her sweater that she did, her own pattern. It's absolutely beautiful. And I will have her link down below if you want to go over and show her some love. Thank you, Edna. I love it. And it did come in. I know you were worried, but it did come in. Thank you so much. So this year, I have mentioned before that I am involved in I just dropped the card. I am involved in 2 crochet alongs that are year-long. So I showed you my pinwheel, and now I am also participating in the other one is the Jada in Stitches Granny's Magical Cupboard Calendar Blanket for 2024. I had to write this down because it's such a long title, and I mess it up every time. So I am all caught up with my squares, and I wanted to show you all of them, and this is up to September. So this month, these are the 4 that I do. Now I'm doing 4 squares in a different variation of color. And then they're all 4 squares of the same for every month that I'm putting together. Now it's going to be in something like this. And I'm putting it together with a color that actually Edna sent me a while back. So I'll show you that in a minute. But this month for September, the square was the basic bobble, and she shows you the one thing I love about Jada is that she'll show you different variations of how you can make them. There is no wrong color combination or whatever you want to do. You can do them solid, or I ended up just like I said, I'm using my scraps for these to make this blanket. So there's the bobble. Now it's not necessarily going to be in these 4. It could be, I might move it around, crisscross it, but I'm going to put these 4 together and make one big square. So August, now I'm going to go backwards on this for a reason. August was the summer mesh. So it's these 4 right here that I made. It was the summer mesh square. Yeah, so here's the ones that I made. And they look smaller for some reason. I think because the pattern, the mesh, it didn't require as much yarn. So I think I might have to, when I do the color that I bind them with, I might have to go around one more time with that color before I put them together. So that was August. And July, this was a really fun one, is the spiked granny. That was a really fun one to do. As you can see, you do use quite a bit of yarn on that one, but I love that one. That was really nice. Now you could do even a solid. It has a lot of texture. Even if you do just the solid one, you can see that there's a lot of texture to that. All right, and let's see. June was the Irish Rose. This one was so much fun. And I will tell you, when I first saw her doing this and when she brought it out, I was like, oh my gosh, this looks so complicated. But she actually did this all in one go, meaning you do not make the rose separate and then you attach it. No, you start with the rose and then you continue on making the square. So it was really a lot of fun. I really love it. It's just very nice. It's got a nice little texture to it. The Irish Rose, and that was for the month of June. Let's see, May was the framed granny. And again, that one came out, I feel like, a little bit smaller. So I am going to do an extra border around each of the squares. That was the framed granny from the month of May. April was the 4 corners, which this was a lot of fun to do. I never made one like this. This is one thing that I love about this blanket is that we're making granny squares, different granny squares. So it kind of exposes, teaches you different different granny squares. It's really a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this tremendously, learning all these new squares. And this was the 4 corners. And let's see, this one is March, and that was Jacob's letter. I will tell you, Jacob's letter cost a lot of us a lot of heartache at the beginning, because the first couple rows that you do is just a whole bunch of loops, and it can be really confusing. But once you get past the first 3, it's just a piece of cake. But everyone was struggling with this one, and that's Jacob's ladder. And February was the doubles and V's. So it was all double crochet and V-stitch. Now, this is I'm going to be binding every single one with this gray. And I believe this is the one that Granny Crafters Edna, she sent me, and I believe it was from Joann's. But I have a whole bunch of that, and I'm going to bind all of them just like that. And if you see, I ran out. I stopped. I didn't run out. I just stopped. But this is January's, and this is a finished square, actually. All 4 of them I put together, and that is the January granny for the stacked shelves. And that's how it's going to kind of go. How I'm going to put the original, once I'm done putting all 4 into one large, I think I'm going to do it in rows of 3. So it'll be January, February, March. And then the next one will be, April, May, and June. We're going to see how that goes, or if it looks big enough, This is a twin bed, and 2 of these are kind of nice, right? That they fit just fine, especially since you're going to add a border around it again, to top it off. So that's where I'm at on these, on the calendar blanket for Jada Stitches. I need to make another couple of these colors so it kind of blends in, because I have a lot of green, a lot of blue, but only one of these. So I have to use more colors like that in for my next month at least, so it kind of popped. But anyway, that's what I got, you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful week. And yeah, I have actually jury duty all week, so I'm kind of anxious, because you gotta find out the day before if you're going in or not. But I will tell you, the good part is that now you don't even have to call them the day before. They send you an email, which I think is really cool. If you need to come in the next day or not. But anyway, I hope you guys are going to have a great week and are doing well. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.